The game needs a lot more characters fast, yeah. Yeah, I mean, like, it's okay, like, you know, as much as I want there just to be more characters, I understand, like, for them, they are taking quite a lot of time in making sure that all of the characters have a certain level of quality, including unique animations and kits that are both fun to play, but also fit inside of, like, the skill schematic that they have created that makes the game have a supposed air of you need to get good. And then everybody's forte skill, the way everybody's forte is different too. So, like, I appreciate that. Like, yeah, even like the 4 stars, they all have unique kits, so I can understand the time it takes to make the character. As much as I want more men, I will wait. All in all, like, the time in between the male characters is not that long. It just feels long because they gave us so much content that it feels like it was so long ago. That was 1.2, yeah? Never mind, 6 months, that's too long. Listen, Wuthering Waves. Please, alright? Release the male characters at a normal interval that's less than 6 months. Please! If you want to keep husbando enjoyers, you need to release them at a regular interval that's less than 6 months. 6 months is too long. It's still shorter than the 11 months that other game did, but you know, don't base yourself off other game. Other game sucks now. Please. Less than 6 months. My ideal timing that would still match your desired Wuthering Waves desired male-female ratio, which appears to be about 30-70, although I would have loved it if it's more like 40-60, would be every 3 to 4 months. Every other patch. And if you make it like a regular interval like that, that will make the husbando enjoyers more willing to, you know, stick around, because it gives like a feeling of reliability that there's going to be more male characters each time. You know, we can expect like every 3 to 4 months, every other patch, we're gonna get a male character. If you make it expected, then that's how you'll get players who are husbando enjoyers to like sit down and be like, yeah, I'll stick with this game. They're gonna give me another man soon. For male people, they would need to skip to pull. No, they don't have to skip, I don't think. I don't think they have to skip. Because here's the thing too, people who aren't necessarily want male characters, like they're more waifu enjoyers pull male characters too. Right? It's not like they skip male characters. Oh, you man, some people do. Some people do. But if you know, I'm gonna say that's the minority. If they find like the male character to be interesting, cool, they identify with them, they like their attack animations, they like how they fight, any of these things, they would still pull for him. That still happens, but you know, that doesn't stop them from being like, oh yeah, more waifus. Bram will probably only be surpassed in sales by Zani, so I think Kuro will get the message. Yeah, I think like the problem that you run into, if there's too big of a gap in between male characters, then the people who normally pull male characters, they do not have to spend money because they've already saved enough. Look at my savings, fellas. Right? I don't have to spend money. Alright? So whenever there's too much space in between the male characters, then people who normally have to pull for male characters, even though they pull for them, they didn't have to spend any money. So most waifu enjoyers like cool guys, yeah. Like they think they're cool or something, that's fine. There are anime fans, of course, that like cool guys, yeah. I think it's because they see the response from community and female characters, like even females, at times love to, yeah. That's what I'm saying. Even if they're like usually a husbando enjoyer, there's no problem pulling female characters. I pulled lots of female characters. I pulled Shorekeeper, Camellia, Carlota, yeah. So like, even if like you just prefer one over the other, we're all playing a mixed gendered game. Like we all know what we signed up for, right? If I only wanted to pull male characters, I would have gone and played a male character only game. right? But I signed up for a mixed gendered gacha game. I know what I signed up for, all right? And I wanted to sign up for it. Also, 2 characters on the banner at a time. Very likely female characters will be on the banner at the same time anyway. True. When we saw Calcado, we knew what we were signing up for. Right? That's the other thing, too. The male characters in this game, when it started, were Jian, Calcado, Linyang, and Mortifi, right? And Wanwu. So it's not like they were, like, all inconspicuous fellows. They were men, you know? So yeah. Like, if you started Wuthering Waves in 1.0 when Jian was on the banner, you knew what you were signing up for. Because, like, they're extra generous. They give us lots of wishes. They give us a lot of free currency. 2.0 just dropped. We got all of this free currency from the 2.0 region in general just being open, right? You can't have this long in between male characters. 6 months is too long. If... okay. Let's take a step back. One of the main reasons why they would want male characters is what everybody's saying, to expand the demographic. Alright? They get a larger market share. A larger market share means a lot to potential revenue. Alright? But the thing is, they are not capitalizing on that potential revenue if they take 6 months to release a male character. Because all the people who probably would have spent on the banner will not, because they don't have to. Why would they if they don't have to? That's just being smart. Right? Whereas if they make it like so it's obvious, like, oh, a new male character would come eventually, and if it's like a short enough interval where we can understand it, like 3 to 4 months, like, oh, in another patch and a half, maybe in another patch there'll be another male character. Like every other patch I can expect a male character. That would also incentivize players like me to buy like monthly passes. Right? Because like we can depend on there being characters that we like. And so in that case I would need the premium currency to guarantee that I can get all the characters that I like. Guess Yulin, yes. So, you know, some people might think it's like a little predatory. Right now, to husbando enjoyers, this game is not predatory. Literally not predatory. Gives tons of wishes. Puts a huge gap in between the characters. Right? I don't feel any pressure. Zero pressure. But, you know, the want is, I want there to be more male characters. For example, releasing Geshu-Lin Arskar from their confines out into the world. Let them live in the light. I think people love rinascita, but this is probably the last patch cycle that they get away with this. 3.0 might be a big issue if they don't by then. Maybe. Like, because, like, also, like, it hasn't been a year yet, and the male to female ratio is a little bit over 30% male. So it's not the most egregious ratio, right? It could be worse, right? But, like, it could also be better. And plus, like, you know, people aren't, like, looking at the ratio exactly. It's a lot off of feeling, right? So if they put a 6-month gap in between the male characters, like, it feels like there's no male characters. And that's the important thing. Feels like there wasn't anything. So 6 months is a little too long. I would suggest 3 to 4 months, and that would be to capture that demographic that they're not capitalizing on. And again, 3 to 4 months, every other patch, that's still not going... I feel like that's not going to make people who don't like male characters upset at all. Because every patch, they're still getting female characters, right? And once again, it's a feeling. Because usually, like, the complaints from that very vocal, squeaky, annoying minority is usually whenever there's, like, male character banners, like, one after another. For example, in Genshin, they released Linny, then Nuvolet, then Ryotesli. That was all the new characters. 3 new male characters in a row, and people got upset by that. They could just space it out a little, and nobody would have cared. So that's what I'm saying. Just make it regular, make it spaced out. You know? Keep it nice and even. Keep it nice and symmetrical, you know? Anyway. Learn from your predecessors, WuWa. Release the male characters, regular intervals. Make it reliable. Don't upset. Don't make the two sides feel like they're fighting each other. Because they're not. They're not. What's up, Varian? I hope you had a good nap. The two sides have no reason to fight each other. Husbando enjoyers and waifu enjoyers have no reason to fight each other. Because I know a lot of my audience probably are not, even though they like male characters, they're not like prioritizing male characters. Just letting you guys know. What kind of man in WuWa do you want? You know what? I'm cool with all of them. Here's the thing. I'm very open-minded. Because they make really good male characters, right? My main thing over like any specific type is that they give them a good design, a good backstory, they give them a good story, and then also a solid personality. Which, if I can be completely honest with you, WuWa is nailing that with all of their characters, male and female. So I don't have a problem there. I think I can, you know, I might be eating my words later, but I feel like I can trust Wuthering Waves with making a male character that I'm gonna like. So surprise me. You're free to make whatever you want. Surprise me. I'm trying to be patient, alright? I'm not trying to be too demanding. Because once again, I'm not trying to fight other players, you know? We don't have to be fighting. The husbando enjoyers and the waifu enjoyers can get along. We're on the same side. We just want a good game, right? In the end, we just want a good game. So if there are female characters every patch, I don't care, man. But if you're gonna do that, like just release the male characters at a more regular interval. You are a wave, make the wave regular. Oh, there's a male. There's a male. There's a male. You know, just make it regular. In the end, yeah, we just want a good game, we want good characters, we want a good story. There's a lot of things that we both want. Alright? And once again, if either of our sides, wanted to play a game that only had one gender, we can do that. There's tons of those. Even, perhaps the majority of gacha games are single gender games. But we are playing a mixed gendered game. We did that on purpose. Nobody out here started 1.0. No waifu enjoyer started 1.0 and be like, oh, it's Gion banner, we were tricked. Like, what, that's your own problem, man. That was your own problem. We were tricked! That's how a lot of husbando enjoyers feel. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why, alright? Now, once again, I'm a little bit more open-minded in general, so it's like, I understand what's happening here. But, this is what probably the more frustrated of the husbando enjoyers is. We are not a monolith, alright? We're a spectrum, okay? The more frustrated ones saw, like, we started 1.0, they gave us Gion, they popped out Scar and Geshulin in the 1.0 story, and then we got 3 female character announcements with no male character announcement. That's what happened. So they felt tricked. I didn't feel tricked because once again, I knew what I was signing up for. I had an assumption. So that's why a lot of people on this side say I was tricked, right? Because you can't just shove Scar and Geshu Lin in your face like that. And then out of the ones that were teased in the 1.0 story, you only release Camellia? That's the problem. That's the problem. So that's why I'm telling Wuthering Waves now. You're getting the warning now. You need to release Scar before Frolova. I'm sorry. If you release Frolova before Scar, there will be a riot. You will have a fire on your hands that could have been easily preventable. Alright? An easily preventable fire. This is not California. Just the warning is out there. If they want to ignore the warning, up to them. But Scar needs to be released before Frolova. If you announce Frolova before Scar, there will be so much hate. And you'll have no one to blame but yourselves. Scar is stuck making dresses. Scar's in jail. He's been stuck in jail, man. And before y'all get Father Montelli before Scar. Jin. They give us the granddad. They give us Jan before Scar. And for the most part, I'm also gonna say I think Husbando enjoyers were open to getting any of them at any point in time. They're like, you give us Scar first, you give us Geshu Lin first. I don't give a shit. Oh, you gave us Shangli Yao. That's cool. Thanks. Give me Geshu Lin and WuWa Praise. Yeah. I wonder what they're gonna do with him. Bro has immaculate aura. This isn't what I asked for, but I'll take it. Bro, imagine. Oh god. Oh god. Like, I totally understand if they have, like, a plan that they're trying to follow. But yes, please plan carefully. Please plan carefully. I can't warn you enough. Now, I might not riot because I also like Frolova. And I am open-minded to the idea that if you're releasing Scar later, it's for a good reason. That probably would be wonderful. But I'm still warning that there will be a riot, whether or not I'm involved in it. Okay, Geshu, we see the fit. Stop our farming. It's released already. He was even featured in like some of the market material, right? It's just like, man, you can't do this to us, man. Make us wait. Make us wait. But yeah, it's I think that's mostly what it was. Is that 1.0 had a bunch of nice male characters, and then in the end, most of them are not available. I think a surefire way of getting the most bang for your buck is to save for each resonator of all the sentinels, Jinsei, Hearts of Thea, etc. That's the meta way to do it, man. And I don't give a shit about meta. It's like 100%. 100%. My opinion is you should always just pull for characters you like. Don't pull for characters you don't like. That's silly. You only live once, guys. And life is short. Pull for who you want. Don't surround yourself with stuff that you don't like just because other people say it's better. Yeah? Cartithia is pretty. She is pretty. Just live your best lives. Live your best lives, guys. Surround yourself with stuff that you like. It's a gacha game. It's not real. If other characters come out that are better than your characters, who cares? What does that change with you and your character? Like, let's just be chill, man. I don't want to have to fight. I don't like fighting with other gamers in the game that I like. Gerotero, thanks for following. What's up? Look forward to the characters that you want. Don't get stressed out because you can't pull everybody. You know? Just like what you like. Focus on what you like. Fighting, Ellen Main's fighting Miyabi players because of meta relevancy. Snort, right? Like, what are those guys doing, man? Such a trivial thing to be worrying about. Less stress ito, more taquito, man. That is a philosophy for life right there. For sure. Because in the end, guys, it's a game. It's a game that you should be enjoying. If you're not enjoying it, you know. Now, there are, once again, we all know that there are people out there who, you know, this kind of like drama and stuff, it creates like a feedback loop that's like feeding into one of their one side of human nature that isn't necessarily making them happy, but it is giving them some kind of stimulation. And to that I say, you know, it takes a while for people to mature, you know. So, you know. Luckily, once again, it's a single player game. No PvP. I'm cool just ignoring those people. I'm cool just ignoring them and being like a repellent to them with my opinions. The rise of taquito has begun! Bro, do you think they'll release taquitos in this game, man?